Hello everyone. This is a short intro because I'm late. This is due in 3 hours, but this is GCL for December 2025. I'm in Division 3 after last season, which I'm not surprised by at all. Maps this month are Community World, New Zealand, Great Lakes, and St. Lawrence River Water Basin, so like the border of US and Canada around Ontario, Quebec, and then obviously the Great Lakes. Intersection GeoGuessr in Saxony, which is a state in Germany. No move is GCL and M5K locations, echolocations like usual. The Johor Empire, which is like most of mainland Malaysia, some of Sumatra and Singapore. Wolf AI World, Varied World, Curated Planet, all improved worlds are all just world maps. And then Caribbeans and NMPZ is Caribbeans. So let's see how they go. Let's get started with moving and Community World. Yeah. Looking at the scores, I think most of these movings are 25Kable, but they're not going to be easy. There's a lot that people have missed. This looks like coastal Italy, maybe? Possibly Sardinia? And now it's just a matter of finding something here. There's a chance this is Spain. It's just somewhere in the Mediterranean, I would assume. But no move, I'd probably go coastal Italy. Yeah, I did a little bit of moving practice on Community World, and I feel like locations, like pinpointing is generally easy. This is maybe not coastal, hang on. Pinpointing is generally easy, but actually finding info sometimes is very difficult, so we'll see. There's a lot of locations in ACW that are like, why were they mapped? Why is this location mapped here? So we have French poles, actually. So this might be somewhere in the Pyrenees. The little blue dots on the poles imply France. Can I find any good info before I need to like worry about guessing though? I'm pretty sure nobody 5K'd this round, which makes sense given where it is. But there's a lot of good scores, so I feel like region guessing isn't too unrealistic here. And I do think this is the Pyrenees. I'm pretty bad at French mountains. What did that say? Anything? Oh boy. Not really. Kind of just need to run to the bottom of this mountain and see if there's anything useful. Yeah, I've definitely gotten French mountains mixed up before, because there are some in the country, but like some different ranges. But I want to say this is the Pyrenees, especially with this winding road. You get those pretty often there, I feel. But there's not much here. Hoping I can just find something. Yeah, starting off, I definitely thought this was the coast. I didn't really look out over the mountains. I just wanted to start moving, but yeah, I don't think there's gonna be anything. I'm thinking like this region maybe. In one of these like super windy areas. Maybe more west. But it doesn't feel like these mountains are that high. So I like kind of like the Eastern Pyrenees. We'll see. It was Corsica. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I thought Sardinia, but okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, looking at scores, I think that's kind of the split if people went Pyrenees or Corsica. So this is Canada, kind of a preview to the next Canada moving map. Let's see what we can do here. That one sign was bilingual, so this could be Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, perhaps? Yeah, this is New Brunswick 255. Which is, of course, somewhere. I'm not going to look too hard for it. It's probably going to be up here. Or like over here. Yeah, here's the 255. So which road could we be on? This one, perhaps? This 144? Let's see what this sign says first, though. Berube Road. I don't know about that one. Let's see what more info there is. So this is the 255 pointing southwest. Ooh, and this is near the 17. We're on the 255. And we're towards the 17. So I assume that we're on like this stretch. Like here or something. Yeah, here's the Berube. Okay, so yeah, 255 kind of continues. So I think we're just here or here. So let's figure that out exactly. And this is before it turns to the left. Wait. What? That doesn't make sense. We're on like a S curve. That doesn't make sense. I went south and got to this. How is it not just like here? That's not good. Obviously. What? Oh, it's this. I didn't notice that was a bend in the road. It didn't look like it from this zoom. Okay, that's okay then. Yeah, so it should just be this. Cool, 5K. Okay, yeah, definitely people got that one. Happy I went the correct direction. This looks like Namibia? No, this is Arabic. This would be Oman. Okay, I don't really know Oman meta. So hopefully there's text in English. There's the Oman flag. Yeah, I actually couldn't tell at first if we were driving on the right or not. It looked like the car in front was going the other direction. What do we even have here? Kind of mountains. I mean, it's dark, so it's hard to tell what like the terrain looks like. Let's see if there's anything useful here in this town. I mean, if I keep going, maybe I can find some direction signs to kind of triangulate. We shall see. Not looking great to start, though. And now we're off-road. Okay. So we are kind of in the desert. I want to go back on the road, but maybe not in this coverage. Yeah, so this is fairly deserted. The mountains aren't really what I would think of like the northern part of Oman. Those have like pretty distinct, like large mountains. Aram. I mean, that's kind of all I think I'm gonna have, so. Check up here first if there's anything. Actually, let me see if there's like a left-right sign here that would point me towards somewhere. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I think finding this Aram place might be a little tricky. Yeah, especially when everything else is in Arabic. Okay. Yeah, I guess scan quickly, maybe find something. I don't think it's south. So I guess it must be north or like northeast. What does this look like in Arabic? Not like I'm really going to be doing a great job of pattern matching, but we'll see. Feel like there's a good chance this isn't even on here. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, well, let's do a road angle and see if we can match something. Like, I don't really know, over here maybe? This might be too far out, because it very likely could be up in this region as well. That was Southwell. Was our arm findable? No. Okay, I mean, good guesses. I don't, like I said, I don't know that well. Be cool if that sign was visible. Obviously Senegal. This feels familiar. Like, this feels like I've had a location like this before. This is almost definitely 5Kable if I can find the town name. It would be nice if that sign had the town name intact, but it did not. Don't know what I'm looking at. Is this Bignona place? It is. Okay, cool. Is this the place that we're in, though? That would make sense if it's like just this. Oh yeah, total station. This is like not a main road. And this is... Okay, I can spend a little bit of time ensuring then. I mean, that total station just makes sense to be right. I don't really know what else to look for, because a lot of things here are either like no longer marked or just unmarked in the first place. Yeah, this also says Bignona, so that makes sense. Okay, I'm pretty confident in this then. Cool. I assume like everybody got that one. Russia looks like. Or Ukraine? That's not useful yet. Concrete roads kind of imply more northern. Red car, so we do have Ukraine. We're leaving Kalinivka. Okay. Don't know if that's going to be findable ever, but we're entering Sumsiki or something. I'm definitely not familiar with that. I don't know if that's like a province or not, or whatever they call them in Ukraine. Because it's not, that doesn't say oblast, so I don't actually know. We're going east, which doesn't really help. A lot of roads in the country are east-west. Scan. I don't really know, like, region guessing in Ukraine either, so. Is there anything that might be useful down here? Like a yellow sign? Or that's just like a truck or something? Oh, it's a sign. No. It's a truck. Unfortunate. Are these kilometer markers helpful? Do they have a road number on them? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think there's anything that way. So let's go this way and see if there's anything. This is just the left right. That's the direction that I went. Hang on. Yeah, left right one was after it. Because if I had a direction towards some major city, that'd be really helpful. This is a relatively tough seed. This is the last one in it. Did I go this way already? No. I did. What the hell? I need to go this way. Actually, I would love to go into one of these to see what their like left rights are. Well, I've kind of blundered this by starting with 30 seconds left, basically, but yeah, I really don't know. There's wait, is Kalinivka the thing I'm looking for? Did I just blunder into that? I remember saying something similar to that. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, but especially if we're on like a road like this. So we're just like here. No. What was I looking for? Yeah, Kalinivka. It was. So wait, did I find just another one named that? Yeah, someone else did too. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I spent way too long just looking for stuff like in the world, and I was not 5King that, so not terrible. I mean, fair. Yeah, kind of bad actually. All right, moving on to New Zealand. I think it was the Oman one that kind of did me in there. All right, Boylden. We're near Waitahuna. I assume this is North Island based on the Maori name, but I'm not 100% sure. This is going to tell me what road I'm on. I'm on the 8, which is, I think, south. Yeah, 8 is down here. Where's Waitahuna? Yeah, bridges in New Zealand are usually very helpful. They just, if you're on like a major road like this, they'll just tell you what they are. Question is, where is Waitahuna? Here. Okay. And we're on Boylden, so I think we're literally just here. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Caesar Road. Eastwood Hill, possibly, is a town name. Great. That's nothing. Well, we're entering the town here, so it looks like it at least. I briefly learned New Zealand meta for like power poles and stuff, but I've largely forgotten it. I don't really, there's a lot of stuff with like numbers on the poles, and there's kind of conflicting info if you don't know exactly what it is, so it's kind of better to not know it. All right, so we're on the 2 around Gisborne, it looks like. So yeah, here. Yeah, so it looks like we're basically in Gisborne. Um, where exactly though? So we're going south towards Gisborne. Manga Papa, where's that? No, let me find this intersection. That'll be a lot easier. Okay, actually this is also nice. So Opotiki and Wakatane. So those are both, so we're probably around like here. Maybe like a little bit south of Te Karaka. Because that's Gisborne, I don't really want that. We're between Napier. Well, Napier is like super far away. Yeah, that doesn't help at all. And Gisborne via Mangapapa. I don't know what that means. That's what I'm confused about. Back Ormond Road. Didn't I see a place called Ormond? Yeah. Matawai Road is what we're on. Okay. Back Ormond Road is this. So we are north of that. So we're somewhere up here on Caesar Road, which could just be this. Yeah, it is. Cool. That's 2. Next one is definitely in a city. That's nice. Hyde and Ellicott in possibly Auckland. Actually, what does this trash can say? That's not a trash can. We'll find a trash can. Yeah, there's one. What do you say? Waikato. Where is that? Is that a region of Auckland? Don't know. I might want to look for a little bit more info first. So I'm not hunting for this. I have a feeling that Waikato is like a suburb of some city instead of a city itself. So I want to see if I can find anything better. I hate when you undo sometimes and it undoes too much. Okay, Ellicott Road definitely seems like a major road. If stuff is named after it. Wish that said where it is. I wish my game loaded faster as well. Definitely been having performance issues in the game lately. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying. Go to this. This looks like a highway. Dinsdale, Frankton, 1C. So this would be near... Should be just in Auckland then. Dinsdale, Frankton, and Hamilton Zoo. Wait, we're in Hamilton. Frankton is east. So yeah, here's Ellicott Road. Okay. What's our 5K? Ellicott and Hyde Ave. Here. Cool. All right, next one. Ooh, this one might be a little tough. Dunedin. Ooh, I've definitely seen Dunedin before. I don't know where. That does sound familiar. And then Lake Mahanarangi. I don't really think that's going to be findable. Are we in the mountains? Kind of. Waipori Falls. Why does this all sound really familiar? Just don't know if I'm looking for something in the South Island or not. Yeah, I don't really think there's much here that I can find at least. Okay. Please be useful. Waipori. What is Waipori? Um, more importantly, why do I recognize that word? Um, Waipu. I'm not sure. I feel like I should have been able to find Dunedin by now. Yeah, I'm not gonna assume there's much down here. That sucks. Where is this? I'm gonna assume it's up in the North Island, just based on a lot of the other names that begin with WAI, but I'm really not sure. Let's go in the middle here. Yeah, it sucks. I feel like I should have gotten that. It was Max South. Dunedin's just right here. That sucks. I really should have gotten that, yeah. Okay. That's unfortunate. Big miss. This is the same truck as last time. They had one of those trucks in the Hamilton round. Alright. Not really any info to start here. It's like no crossroad or anything. Yeah, I knew Dunedin had to be a major city, but I just don't know why I didn't see it on the coast there. Oh well. That's why we have round by round scoring. Maybe I can pick it up on this last one in 5K and only really lose on that one. I wish there was any sort of info here. North Eyre Road. Okay, so we're on North Eyre and something, but where is that? Here's kind of like the main road, it looks like. Mandeville. I don't remember if New Zealand does the thing where like their roads are named after their cities or their towns that like connect them. I know Australia does a lot in like the really rural areas, but I don't know if New Zealand does. Yeah, this is gonna be not an easy find, I don't think. That had something on it. Nope, that's just that. Mandeville, Chilton's. Heard Chilton's before. I don't think it means anything though. Like a town or something. Okay, this intersection really needs to come through. Mandeville, Oxford, something else that I can't read. Christchurch, okay. Oxford is west. Where's Mandeville? The Eyre area is around here. South Eyre Road. I don't remember exactly which one we're on. I think we're on North Eyre Road. Might have been south. I don't see Mandeville, but I don't think that matters. I think we're just like down here somewhere. Can I get a crossroad on this? Is there just nothing here? That's really unfortunate. Okay. Could be... Don't really know. Could be this. Nothing on this side. Sure. Yeah, no one got that. Because, I mean, it was just unmarked, so... It was North Eyre Road as well. Should have gotten that. Okay, yeah, big whiff on the one, but kind of came back in round 5. I don't know if anyone 5K'd it. A couple people did, but... Okay. Great Lakes and Canada, basically. This looks like Canada. We're on Moses and Doug Wright. Okay. What town? Kind of looks like a Toronto suburb, perhaps. Did that say speed limit 40? Really not. Maybe. I don't think so. This should just be Canada. That probably just said maximum 40. We're at a school. Burlington. Where is Burlington? No, not the Vermont one. Definitely not Vermont. This is Foreshore, Canada. Burlington. Burlington. Okay. Finding this might be a little tricky. Let me see if I can find like the neighborhood name, maybe. Or if we're just like close to downtown. What is this major road? Appleby on the 20. So we're off of Appleby. Here. Okay. 20, yep. Can I find that school? St. Anne's Catholic School. It was in here. Yeah, here. And we're on Wright and Moses, I think. Let me make sure. We're on Doug Wright with an intersection of Moses. So here. And then going southwest, we hit this, which is Minerva. Yeah. Okay. A little bit off, but whatever. Only 4 5Ks, wow. I'm curious if anybody went Burlington, Vermont. Luckily, I know upstate New York pretty well, so I know Oswego. 481 is just this road towards Phoenix. Phoenix? Please be marked as an exit. I'm gonna assume it is this exit though, and we're just like on this river or something. Yeah, okay. I think we're just on the north half of the river. Like right here. Confident in that one. Yeah, if I can get 4 upstate New York rounds, I'll be set, but unfortunately this one does not look to be it. Probably Canada based on the single yellow. Okay, I can't really read that. Come on, game. Domain, Champagne. Yeah, I don't really think that's useful. Well, it's Quebec, which is something. Where exactly? Who is to say? Montreal, okay. Montreal Forest. Well, if no one else can 5K, no. Route 125 and then continuations. 125 gonna be like, yeah, it should just be one of these roads, I would hope. Finding these is a pain though. I'm gonna assume it's not super far from Montreal then, given that that trash can had a Montreal label on it, but yeah, we're on 125. Okay. It's north-south, so I'm gonna assume it's in this region. I just don't see it. I don't want to limit my search to be not enough, because I've definitely done that before, where I've like gone way too narrow with what I'm looking for, and then just missed it. So, what do you say? Saint Janine. Saint Julien. Please be visible here. Nope. Where is this? Yeah, I am really bad at finding Quebec roads for some reason. I had a lot of trouble with it. I'm not finding this. I just need to hunt for 125. Or 120s at all. There's just like none of them. They're all 130s. Oh, here's the 125. Oh boy. Where's that continuation road? I don't think it's here. Does it continue on the other side of the thing? No. I assume it's just somewhere in this region. Or up here, actually, I think is more likely. In there. Okay, a little bit more north, but I'll take it. I think 1.5K there, and that person is Canadian, so makes sense. This one's very, very little info as well. Looks like the US, but it looks like maybe Wisconsin or Michigan. If it was Wisconsin, there'd be the property markers. County road. What do those numbers indicate? Wait, that's a weird spot for those numbers to be. Usually you get those in like the Carolinas. As opposed to like a Great Lakes state. Do we have any of the property markers? No. County roads are like never possible to find. It's never worth looking for them. Unless you know like what state you're in. This is obviously America. Is this like... What's our license plate situation? That looks like an Indiana plate. Maybe this is northern Indiana? The other problem with this map is I don't know how far it goes. Because, like, Indiana is near the Great Lakes, but not a lot of it is. So is it just that region that is? Or is it, you know, like the whole state? I don't really know. Do you have a town name on you? I'll never know. No. Does Indiana not have fronts? I guess not. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, just wait. Can I be saved by a trash can in the US? Borden. In like Elkhart, Indiana, it looks like. I think it's Elkhart or something. Like I said, I don't know the range, so I don't know where I'm looking. Can I get any closer to this? No. It is Indiana, though. That does say IN. Unless it's Michigan. I think it's IN, though. And it might be Eckhart, but... Elkhart's here. Um, cool. I mean, like, I'm not 5K'ing this, but I don't even think this map is, like, made to be pinpointable, but I think we're just somewhere out here on, like, one of these roads. Yeah, I'm fine with that. How do you 5K that? It was almost pinpointable, but yeah, I don't know how you 5K that. Might be I got close. I'm second place on this map right now. Back in Quebec, it looks like. Yeah, I was thinking if I blunder any other moving maps, I need to lock in on the one that I'm kind of like regionally biased towards. So if I can get top 3 on this, I'll be happy. But there's still one more round, so can't get ahead of myself yet. Obviously, this is Quebec again. Can I get a road? I maybe should have looked at like the starting if it was Sullivan. Okay, no. Vasan and Amos are to the north. I've never heard of either of those. Where are either of those? That's not great that those are just never heard of. I don't think we're in New Brunswick. I think we're just in Quebec. But like, what are either of these places? I'll keep them in mind because I genuinely don't know. See if I can find a road. Val d'Or. What? Or where is that? I know of that. Up here. Amos is up here. Okay, cool. So, surely I could just find the... Let me see how close we are to Vassen, and then I can probably just find the 5K. 16 to Vassen. Okay. Valda or Sullivan. Vassen's here. Okay, so we're just like down here or something. Oh, that makes sense. I think it actually is this intersection too. Sullivan and Harakana. Yep. Just in the middle of this. Cool. Ending with a 5K is very nice. Almost got first on that map, so happy about that one. Puzon is like extremely good, so I mean I can't be mad that I'm not Bro's got a 1900. That's insane. So cannot be bad that I'm second to them. So cool. Yeah, 3 5Ks. One okay score that like a lot of people 5K'd. So all right, last one for moving is Germany in Saxony. I'm gonna do bad here. I'm bad at Germany as it is. I'm happy that it's limited to one area, but still, I'm still really bad at finding stuff in Germany. I don't really know why. I think I just need to like learn places in Germany as opposed to like metas, but for this it doesn't matter a ton. Like I know where major cities are. But yeah, there's like the 400 like Landkreis in Germany that are kind of like counties in the US. Sort of. They're smaller scope, but like this. This is one. Sachsix, Dittersbach. Yeah, so if I can find this kind of, which isn't necessarily on the map. Dittersbach sounds like it would be a place though. Not gonna look for that too long because I know there's an intersection coming up that I can probably find. Yeah, here. Perna and Exdorf. Here's Perna. That's nice. Where is... So Perna is to the southeast-ish. So we're like in this region. Where's Exdorf? Excuse my coughing. Dursdorf Ditterbach is up to the north. Dursdorf is here, Ditterbach is here. So I think we're just on this road because we're entering Wunschendorf. Okay, cool. So what is this road doing? It turns off, kind of like turns to the right at the end. It could be just this because there definitely is a trail. Like that's a trail. I don't know if that's like this though. I don't think so. If I keep going down this way, there should be a road that goes north. But it might be hard to tell because it's probably just like a trail. Like that could be what Google considers the road. Actually, there's this. Oh, like kind of does like that. That's really not here ever. It could be this. This could be the 5K. Or here. What happens if I go north? Alright, it turns more north, like right after this. So I think it's this. I don't know. It could be like any of these. So we'll see which one it actually is. Okay, yeah, it was the third one. That sucks. Yeah, everyone 5K'd that. Unfortunate. Leipzig, cool. Dankwartstrasse. I don't really know where to be looking for something like that. Maybe just look for large roads that are labeled. I'm gonna assume this is in Leipzig. There's a chance it's not. But let's see if there's anything else. It's definitely a major city, so Liechtensteinstrasse. Interesting. Okay, this is a road. Or nice. We have train tracks. Ton of train tracks here. Okay. What is this road again? Or nice. Feels like it would just be this. So why is it not one of these instead? Not many roads at this angle that go over train tracks like this. Here. Okay. So what is this intersection? Dankwart and Sieghand. Siegband. So here. Okay. Feel good about that. Let's lock it in. Fabric Street. Definitely not a major city. Neudorf, maybe? Not like that's gonna help me. I don't know what that is, but Waldersdorf. And very small places. Oberweissenthal should be findable though. If that's that distance away. Right? Early. And it's not. Okay. Not at this zoom at least. Annaberg Buchholz is here. So we are 4 kilometers south of that. Probably just like in here or something. Can I get a road Karlsbader? Or it might be too much. Where's Neudorf? Waldersdorf is here to the west, so we're more likely to be in here. Carlsbader, yep. And then we're at the intersection of, I think, this road and Fabric. Right? Kind of like a Y intersection of this Fruenschaft. It wasn't this one. Where is this? How did I get to? I went west to get to Carlsbader. We down here? Okay, so we're at like a Y. Is it this? I'm confused by this other one here. Because Fabric is this one. And we're at kind of like a... here? I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, because if you look north, there's the 2, so it can't be this intersection. This makes sense. This is the right name. Okay, I like that. Nice. All right, 2 more. Rodowicz. Yeah, the bus signs aren't really helpful. They tell you what place you're at, or what like street you're at, but that's it. Auerbach. Auerbach. Well, that's helpful. And then I think we're just in this road switch. Well, I guess it does tell you, because that's what this bus stop says, so that's nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now I just find this... Der Jugend. I am great at pronouncing German words, thank you. I think it's just this. That doesn't not make sense at all. It's the right road. Not the right intersection, though. This is just a large road. Is it this? Does this turn off to the right? Yeah, this kind of forks later, right? Sort of. And then it just turns, and then it has the road, and there's a stop. Yeah. Cool. One more. Yeah, I'm mad I missed the 25k then. Assuming I get this one, but mad I missed that first one. Chemnitz. We're at a circle that leads towards a bunch of stuff. VW work. Wonder if that's like a big building. Don't know. What is this road? Himmel. The center is to the north, so we're south of center, so in like this region maybe. Here, this is this road. Himmel and Whirler. Here? I think it's a circle. That look right? Not really. The road name is correct, though. The Werner goes out this direction. Maybe it is. Maybe my... No, this does look right. Okay, so where's 5k then? Right in front of it. Here. Cool. Alright, I'm okay with 4 or 5ks. That was 4 or 5ks, right? Yeah, I'm cool with that. Because that gives me automatic points over anyone who didn't 5k, which is not many people, but there are some. So, yeah, the first one I definitely lose a lot of points because I was one of the furthest away, actually. because I was off by like 2 trails. So, all right, NM5K locks. Petra's guest house. This is Namibia. No info. Really? That's it? I can't read that. There's like a little bit of words here, but I can't read that. How is this pinpointable? Or how is this 5K-able, rather? Swooce Elephant Guest House. This is Namibia, right? I mean, it's English, drives on left, antenna tilting left. Yeah, this is 100% Namibia. Where? I have no idea. There's guest houses. There's like mountains west. Is there like a main mountain range? Like, is it just like one of these? Like, I don't know what the info is to lead me to a 5K here. There's 2 guest house names and that's it. And we're in like kind of like the dunes, so maybe like out west more, like in the actual desert. But other than that, unless there's a place called Petra, of which I do not believe that to be the case. Probably not. I'm just gonna go central-ish, because I have no idea. If anyone 5Ks this, I'll be surprised. They must have just known it already. Because I don't see anything here. Okay, like everybody 5K'd it. Oh, is Uis. I thought that just meant like an elephant. Damn it. Okay, well, there's info. Is this Playa Naranjo? Is this Costa Rica? Doesn't really look like it would be. Looking north at pretty damn big body of water. Okay, then is this Panama? And when it's neither, what do I do? Is this like an island? Naranjos. Like, I don't think it'd be like this or something. Here. Playa Naranjo. Okay, so where's the 5K? This? Yeah, it is this. Cool. Alright. Save that one. Oh boy, I don't know Vietnam stuff. Can't really read it. Kai Nok district. Yeah, I have definitely not learned Vietnam at all, so this is gonna be luck here. Unless there's just a place called this Kai Nok, which hopefully. We're on the river, which I mean doesn't really mean much, because I think most places are on the river here. Problem is, this could be like a province name or the equivalent, and I definitely don't know those. But I think most of them are named after the like the main town in them, so. Yeah, I feel like it's just a town named that. I don't see it anywhere. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, it's all the way at the south. Yeah, okay. That's a you know it or you don't. I don't even. I mean, maybe this Kamau was there. I didn't see that, but obviously I would not have known anyways. That's crazy to get that. Let me see if that other place was on there. Because, yeah, I do not know Vietnam. Yeah, here. Kamau. Up. Okay. Pilgrim sled. Abisko. This is Swedish. That's it, huh? Some Kungsleden. Okay. Kungsleden. Maybe I can find this somewhere, like here, maybe? Or this? This is Swedish, right? Barely. Yeah, Swedish was first here. Abisko might also be the place, because I saw that word again. I don't know how far north we would be. Could be very. Pilgrimstad, is that it? Pilgrim sled. I don't think that's right then. I'll keep a pin in that just in case, but trying to find like this kind of shape, and it's not really anywhere. I don't think it's this far north. Oh, it is. Wow, here's Abisko. Turns out it is. So where are we? Are we just at this? Like, where is the pinpoint here? Could be that. I mean, it's just like a trail that goes southwest, but I don't think it would cross over with like the town. I don't think it's that. It's this. I'm just gonna go with this POI. Oh god. Where was it? It was all the way down here. That makes sense. Yeah, Kungsleden and then the trail marker. Happy I got the town, honestly. Newfoundland, Bookends would be fairly easy to find. Fairly. Is there any other info first? US and Canada. Okay. Town of Bookends. I have time to search. A lot of words. There's butts. Well, I don't see this. That's not good. That's not good. Where could you be? Lucky find. And we're just in front of the town council office, which is somewhere here, maybe. That's definitely not it, but okay. Alright, that was tough. That was a tough seed. I did fine. I mean, a couple bad ones, but very middle of the pack from everyone that's done it. Echolocations, same vein. 5 cable, given the info. That's it, huh? Okay. It's definitely Croatia. Kovo, Kovo, Vinkovici in the middle here. Where's this other one? I guess it doesn't matter if Takovo's here and it's not obviously here. So now we can find here. Mikanovici? Where pulled is the other one here? So it could be, I guess, down here. Are we here? No road markers. Just a T-junction. Doesn't look like here, unless it's this. I suppose it could be, or no, it would be need to be this. That kind of looks right. If it's this, which, I mean, it says Mikanovici. Or Mikonovci. Oh no, specifically it says Stari Mikonovci. Yeah, so it's just this. Let me make sure it's not like this POI isn't something. Because this is kind of just a straight road with... It is a T-junction, so it can't be either of these. So yeah, I think this just has to be this. Cool. Ron. That's it. Okay. Well, I hope that's correct, and that's where it's stationed. I would assume so if it's in this map. Okay, well, I don't immediately see it. Any other info that I can get? Not really. We're on the water to the west, obviously. It's Norway. So yeah, I think I just look in fjords until I find it. Probably down here. There's only so much coastline. Okay. Not getting much here. Kind of just looking along like the main highways. Unless it's Anchor, but I didn't see that either, I don't think. I don't see it. So. Yeah, I didn't see it at all. Oh, it's because it was Denmark. Yeah, that's fair. Languages look similar. Barrier Highway. A32. Bunch of stuff. Should be findable. You know, find one of the control cities first. I don't know exactly which, here. Or like in the middle here. We're a lot further from Okana. Where's Emdale? Is this the A32? This is, okay. So then where's Tilpa's here. We're on the intersection on 52 Mile Road. That's 78 Mile Road. I assume we're 26 miles off of that. Polo Road. There's just Kobar. Ibano is the other way as well. Where's 52 Mile Road? This is a 4-way intersection. There's not many of those. It's not this. It is this. I thought this would also be 52 Mile Road. Okay, that's that. Straightforward. Kawatiri Beach. I assume that's New Zealand. That sounds like a New Zealand thing. NZ is here. Okay. Is this on an island? I wonder. I don't think it's Stewart Island. I mean, there are cars here, so it'd be like here. Kind of looks like that angle, or this maybe. A lot of beaches down here that are named beach. Is there a place called Kawatiri? Northern West Coast. Probably could have seen that earlier. How far northern, though? Maybe it's just Northern Island, West Coast. Ugh. Yeah, just somewhere down here, I think. Like here. I don't know. Okay. How do you find that? I mean, like, yeah, the angle, but like, yeah, I guess you gotta zoom in really far. I'm bad at zooming in really far. Sovetsk in Russia, I assume. Okay. I've never heard of Sovetsk, so that's rough. Let me make sure this isn't green. This is Kaliningrad Oblast. It says Kaliningrad. Okay, here's Sovetsk. Cool. Just read the sign more. Which road? Bazarnaya? Bazaar? Or I guess we're just on the water. I guess you don't really need to do that much. I think it's just this. Yeah, here's Bazarnaya. Cool. I'm really happy about that one. I grabbed that. I'm curious how many people 5K'd that. Decent amount, but not everyone is in this map, or is in this division, so I'll take it. Kind of poor overall, but that's okay. Alright, Johor Empire. Again, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. Apparently 5Kable, which makes sense if it's Singapore. Defu. I don't know where Defu is. I've not heard of that before. Is there a neighborhood called Defu? Let's see. Yeah, I did see going into this that there were a couple 5Ks on some of the rounds, so I understand why. Being said, I don't know where Defu is, and that's not good. Given that Singapore's so damn dense. but it is also small, so maybe there's a chance I stumble upon it. I don't think I'm stumbling upon it. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't really know. Drop something just to have something, but I just don't see it anywhere. There's no other info. No. Yep. Yeah, unless there's just a neighborhood called Defu that I missed, but I didn't see it, so. Go middle Singapore, hope it's close. It was fairly close. Okay. Findable, but very difficult. Only 3 5Ks, so that's okay. Wonton 23486. Wonton is here, and then Johor is the other direction, or Jabor, rather. That's very important. Wonton is 9 kilometers south. Okay. And that's on the 2. So the 2 is like this. Okay, can I find the other stuff? Jabor Memorial Park is very close, so where's Jabor? Hey, I don't know if that's a place that can be found. Maybe it's a POI? I think I'm going too far already, if it's only 9 kilometers away. Here's Kwanton. 3486 is this. That's like south along those. Maybe we're on the 3486 and we're like here or something. I can't tell what numbers these are. Kawasan, Parindustrian, Simambu. Simambu is 2K to the south, so yeah, I think we're up here. Or on like the 3 maybe. And Kwanton is 9. Can't read any of the other ones. But where's the 5K? Is it like this? I suppose it could be. Kind of curves off right after. Let's try it. It was. Nice. Good to see. Okay, Malaysia again. Any info that like is obviously a name? Kidai maybe? Problem is I don't really know where I'm looking. Like I know the region that it is just in Pahang and Johor. Um so it is definitely one of those areas, but after that, I don't know exactly where this would be. This kind of feels like coastal. This kind of feels like it would be like a coast to the south. So maybe like Pengerang, I think that was said. No. So hard pulling out info from these because I don't know what I'm looking for. I feel like if I go Johor Bahru, it's, well, is this Johor Bahru? I don't think it is. Hmm. Kind of feels like a road like this. I don't know. Here or something. I don't know. We'll just send it. Yeah, it was middle. Oh, Sagamot. That was sad. Okay. I wasn't sure. I probably should have looked a bit more. Sekupong. This is Indo, I believe, right? Yeah, it is, definitely. Okay. We're in Riau, specifically. Don't know if there's any specific, like, Kabupaten that are being said here. I don't think so. Bangsa, maybe? That's some cigarette ad. It's nothing. Sekupong. Maybe that's findable. Probably not, but what's this road look like? Fairly east-west? Maybe like one of these or something? Like in here? Maybe. I don't know. It was Batam Island, damn. Yeah, I'm not getting that one, like, ever. Definitely not good at this region of the world. It's very difficult. It's Indo again. Like, no identifying information. This would have info, but yeah, I really don't know this one. I'm just gonna click metal and move on. Okay, again, somehow, I don't know how you 5k that, but whatever. I'm not really concerned. I don't like that region. Very difficult. Alright, on to the 4 world maps in a row. This is America. Can't really tell plates. Does not look like we have fronts. There's a train track. Feels kind of northern, but if there's no... I can't really tell if there's fronts. If there's not, this is probably like Indiana or something. Or Ohio maybe, like somewhere like up in this region. But it definitely could easily be out in the middle as well. There's no anything to really tell, so pretty flat. We're growing corn. I mean, yeah, that's that region. That's unreadable. Yeah, let's go with Indiana. That was northern Minnesota. Damn. Does not look like Minnesota. Somewhere Russia. I don't know. So bad at Russia. I was thinking of going this yellow road, actually. That would have been funny. Russia again? Very green. Kind of feels like the southern region. That makes sense? I don't know. A lot of bollards, though. Where else does it get, like, very green? This kind of looks like Mongolia, so it shouldn't be this. This is very, like, steppe. Unless it's super far east, it could be. I don't know if there's no antenna Gen 4 car out east, though, so I think west is a bit safer. Okay, whatever. Yeah, a couple almost 5Ks. Somewhere Sweden. We just click Sweden. Cool. And then somewhere. Estonia, maybe? It could be Russia again. I'm gonna go Estonia, though. Okay, Latvia. Good enough. I mean, I'm so bad at Russia, too. Alright, NMPZ. I know this is very hard, so we'll see how these go. I'm gonna be in over my head. Well, this is Kyrgyzstan. This is like 5Kable. Southern mirror along a river. Could it be like this river? We're going like north-northeast, so probably not. I don't think this area has coverage. I don't really know where southern mirrors go that are also along a river, because I don't think this is Noreen. Because I think Noreen has northern mirrors. Unless it's like here, but that doesn't make sense either, because this is just a river, not it could be this. I mean, not really, but because we're definitely near mountains too. I don't know. I'll go where I'm at. Okay, pretty close. Well, like everyone got it. What is this? Feels like Western Canada, but it's very rocky for that. Gen 2. Is this ever like Juneau, Alaska? Is that a weird guess? The trees make sense for like northwest. It should be very northern because a lot of these trees are really small. I don't think this is Europe. I don't think you see these pine trees in Europe. I'm gonna go like Aleutian Island, or not Aleutian Islands. I'm gonna go like down Juneau area. Okay, Montana. I mean, I got the country. I'll take it. This looks like Senegal. Or South Africa. Or Namibia. The car blur is very... Is this ever Kenya? Kenya sometimes has a weird car blur. Thinking Senegal less. I kind of like Kenya here now. Let's go Kenya. Like down here in like the kind of... Oh, it was Senegal, damn it. Should have gone with the first guess. Regular blur, I was gonna say Kazakhstan, but no. Very sandy. Is it like this area in Romania? Or Turkey, maybe? Houses don't really look like they'd be in Turkey. This looks like Eastern Europe as opposed to like South America. I guess it could be, but I'm gonna go sandy Romania. That now it's Kenya. Yeah, that's very not Kenya. Then Australia. Feels kind of east like Queensland. It's not really tropical though. I'm trying to think if it's northern, like Northern Territory or not, or Tasmania. Fairly big trees. Fairly dark soil. I'm just gonna go northern. At this point, just hedge. Okay, it was southern. Should have gone Tasmania. Bad. 3 more. I gotta lock in on Caribbeans. This is Ghana, I believe. I've had a couple of rounds that look like this, and I went like the really wrong country. Okay, I'll take that. Got the country. Oh boy. This map makes it specifically that like any car meta is out of view. So this is like a very specific blur. There might be some car meta here, but this feels like South America maybe. I'm trying to tell what those kind of just look like round poles. Is this ever like in Peru? Like, I don't know. Sun's in the south, I think. I could see this being like southern Chile or something. I really don't know. I don't think it's Europe. It could be, but I don't like random mountains in Mexico guess here, but that's all I got. Okay, it was Colombia. Probably should have gone there instead. All right, next one. We have Brazil poles. That's kind of it. Fairly like hills. So I want to go like down here, okay, or north. All right, we got a covered bridge in Canada. Pretty sure it's Canada. This is very like American House. There's like a Ford F-150 there, and it's meters, so it should just be Canada. Where? I don't know. Kind of feels like North Ontario or something. It was North Quebec. Last one. Concrete roads, thinking like Ukraine. I don't know. We're just playing 10-second NPZ here. Okay, it was Russia. Wonder who all went Ukraine there. A fair bit did, I think. Yeah. I'm kind of just throwing away NPCs. I don't super care. I'm not gonna dedicate all my time to these. This looks like British Columbia, given like these barriers, as opposed to the US. So like a Northwest Road in BC, I don't really know where, but maybe like here. Okay, Vancouver Island, sure. This looks like America. I can't really tell what's on there. That could be like a North Carolina, like county road sign. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I don't really see anything obvious. Let's go Carolina. Kind of inland. Okay, Kentucky. It's not bad. What did that say on the other side of the sign then? No, just, it was numbers, but just large. Ooh. This bollard's here, right in the middle. Kind of looks like a German bollard. I could see that. Like middle Germany. It was Eastern Germany, sure. A lot of middle hedges there. This one looks like Sweden. Filled in sign, 4 on the pedestrian sign. I don't really know where. Kind of feels like northern. It was Finland, okay. Was that 4 or was that 5? Must have been 5. Yeah, okay, I definitely only read that as 4, but... Last one... Like Botswana? Like East Botswana or something? Argentina, sure. I suppose so. Okay, well, other than last round, that was okay. Is the only person to go Africa there? No. I'm calling out everyone who did the same guess as me. Thank you for not making me alone. All right, Caribbeans, last one. This looks like Puerto Rico? Trying to remember the car metas. Is it DR? I don't think DR would have a road that would be covered like this. Maybe. I think Puerto Rico has like a normal car blur. I don't think the back is weird. Curacao is like a more concave back. This could be DR, but I also don't want to overthink it. I'm gonna go DR and see if my theory is right. Okay, it was USVI. Yeah, the one I like never got in practice. Cool. Okay. This is Puerto Rico. Wait, they have front plates. This is Curacao? There's a Cinemark. Is this Curacao? And it kind of has the more concave back, but there are front plates, which is leading me away from... Unless it's USVI again. USVI drives on the left, I think. Let's go with Curacao. Alright, it was almost 5K. I probably actually could have found the Cinemark then. I was on the right ride. Unfortunate. This is Puerto Rico. No way of knowing where. Just click major city. Nice. It was actually one of the closest guesses. Cool. This also PR? 809 phone code I'm not familiar with, but it is like a full American. It's a +1, so could be PR. Maybe in like this city. Well, now it's this. Okay. I didn't actually know Dominican Republic used +1. Puerto Rico again. Sure, that's it. Okay. Well, I kind of just clicked Puerto Rico 4 times, or 3 times, and then missed it twice, so. The Curacao round was really good. I'm happy about that one. So I think a good Some people missed it. Yeah. I scored okay. I definitely didn't demote unless I, like, extremely bombed. I'm gonna assume that this includes... Yeah, it includes all up to, like, half my no moves. I didn't play great. I got a lot of 5Ks compared to the average. I kind of scored above average in 5Ks, but overall points, meh. But as long as I get 2 more points in 6 maps and no one else plays, I'm fine with her not demoting. So we'll see how that goes. But, yeah. Ends in an hour and a half. I got a little bit of an extension, so happy about that. So that's it for me. I will see you next year.